America.
Not to mention, this was the Security and Prosperity Partnership. So right there, the security part's been breached. Now let's talk about the prosperity part. This thing was signed and made official in 2005. Look what's happened to our economy since 2005. If this was for prosperity, because that's how they sold it, that this was going to improve the economy and trade between our three countries. It might improve the Mexican government for the time being. They're having the same economic problems we are. They're starting to see it too. They're starting to see it in Canada. We're all going to share the problem eventually here. But there's no prosperity in this. So the Security and Prosperity Partnership of North America. If it hasn't made us more secure, and if it hasn't made us more prosperous, what was the original intent behind this thing? Why join these three together? These are questions you have to start asking. If this is a union, a North American union, take a look at the European Union. They're not doing so good over there either. Their economy is in shambles just like ours. And although over here, with the American dollar, we face a real threat that the American dollar soon could be worth zero. The stock market is hovering dangerously lower than it has in years, and there is really no reform, no light at the end of the tunnel in sight right now. Security and Prosperity Partnership for North America. It hasn't done that for us. What is it for, I ask you? Look at the European Union and look at what's happening with their economy. Now look at the African Union, which exists. Another news thing that most people don't know about, the African Union. They're not doing so great either. All these little countries are still at war, even though they're a union. There's economic battles. Everything's falling apart over there. How about the South American Union, which was also made official and slipped right under the magnifying glass of the headlines in 2008, just recently. Let's look at a part of the globe. Hey, Bobby, do you have that map? Bring that map up here for a second. I'm going to point out these sections of the world just so we get this straight, so we get it together. Yeah, come right, squeeze right in this shot.
Oh, get the pointer.
You got a pointer?
Yeah, we got a nice.
We're going to do this all professional? Hey, it's a red, white, and blue pointer.
Yeah, I like that. Props. Give it to
Well, that's mine. We the people come ready. Can I pretend this is like a riding crop?
Yeah.
Can I whack Bobby? Hold the sign the other way. Okay. This is what we're facing here. You got that? North American Union. South American Union, represented by another color. I was just talking about the African Union. This is official right here. What's this, Bobby? Is this part of the European Union?
After the North American
Oh, that's the
Union goes through,
Mediterranean
that's gonna
Union.
fall into the Mediterranean Union, yeah.
Okay, that's a
That was
Mediterranean.
they're saying.
So this is a Mediterranean Union. That's in process. Here's the EU, the European Union. That's been around forever, and it hasn't been working. You've got Ireland fighting to keep out of this thing. You've got all sorts of contentions in France to this. Greece. There are riots in Greece right now. There are riots in France. There's farmers protesting all sorts of stuff because of the EU and because of their union currency, which is what we could be facing here with this North American Union. Now, as I was saying a minute ago, let's look at a part of the globe that does not have a union. That's the Middle East. The Middle East is not yet in a union, right? Let's not talk about Russia because they're weird and they're their own little union. Yeah, we haven't figured out where the Russians stand yet. The Cold War hasn't ended. Oddly enough, in this section of the world, where there is no established union yet, or an Asian union, right here, well, there's going to be additions to the Asian Union. I'm about to get to that. Right here in this part of the world where there is no union, there is no real money standard over there. They're not on the World Bank system. Oddly enough, this is where we have our United States troops, our boys. Okay? We have private contractors over there. Yeah, this looks like a game of Risk. We have private contractors over there, and United Nations forces are all over there. We know there were no weapons of mass destruction. That's admitted. All the reasons we're getting for war, we're still chasing a boogeyman over in Afghanistan here. We can't find that guy. I'm starting to wonder who that guy is. He's real good at hiding. He's a big boy.
How much money we
A lot of money. But here we are, all these troops, all right, UN troops, US troops. Is the goal here to fracture this union, send them into upheaval, and create another union integrated into the Asian Union? Here we have a series of unions. Now let's move on to the next topic. My special pointer. Law of the Sea Treaty. The Law of the Sea Treaty. You have paperwork for the law?
I have the paperwork for it.
All right. Where did this come from?
That's in the House of Representatives right now.
In the House of Representatives right now,
Yep.
and being pushed forward by the United Nations.
Yep.
Law of the Sea Treaty. All this water area in between all these funny little unions, by the United Nations, they want the United States to sign on to this. They're going to apply one set of law to all the waters of the globe, interconnecting with one common set of laws all of these unions. Can you see where this is leading yet? What's the threat here? Eventually,
One world,
one world?
one government.
It could be. I'm not saying definitely, but let's add up the facts here. So these are the common things that are happening on the planet right now. A majority of the population has no idea are happening. So we get together here in this room, we talk about it, we get out our red, white, and blue pointer, and we explain everything, and you've learned something tonight. And if you weren't sitting on your couch at home, I hope I could learn something from you. But all you people, looking at me, it seems like you're pretty interested. I've learned that at least somebody's listening. So
People are paying attention.
that's right, everybody. Talk, trade your information, look over stuff like that. Use the internet to your benefit before it's gone. There's something called internet, too, that threatens to take that away from you.
Right to Wikipedia.
Well, I'm going to wrap this up here. You could go right to Wikipedia and look up a lot of this stuff. North American Union Security and Prosperity Partnership, Law of the Sea Treaty. That's an important one. And that's a global thing. So talk about it. Take it out into the world. Talk about it. You people here, talk about it amongst yourselves. Take some information off the table and learn from that. It's all part of the information revolution. Take it forward and use it. Thank you very much.
This concludes this program broadcast. We the People, a freedom of speech television show. Go to www.wethepeopleofri.org.